Well, good morning, everyone. We are live today, which is Monday, March 3rd, 2025. We had some technology issues here, and I think we've got them worked out. Let's see here. Hey, Share Baby's here. Hey, Share. Share Baby 29. Okay, everybody. So we should be live today on TikTok, Rumble, YouTube, X, and Facebook. Now, as always, we are doing some little, there's been some tweaking that we've been doing here, waiting for Dave and Alex to show up. Bear with us here while we get this worked out. All right, let's see here. Trying to find you guys. Oh, I think we have Mega Dave here. Let's see. Hold on, everybody. I've got this whole situation here. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, I think we've got Dave now. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Sam. Good morning.
Mega Dave, good morning. My apologies, man. So Alex and I were working on some technology in the background. Remember, we couldn't get Facebook Live to go. So we spent about 20, 30 minutes trying to get that done. Will you pull up Facebook and see if you see me live?
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, I will welcome some of our followers here. We have Tanya Moonsheiber is here. Hey, Tanya. Kelly Scott just sent some roses. Thank you so much, Kelly Scott. If you're on TikTok, double tap that screen, share this live out, and if you can contribute to our daily goal, great. And then we have X, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble should be live as well. Let's see if we've got this. Hold on, everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's live on Facebook.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's working. Excellent. Okay. It looks like Alex
Click on your face.
What's that?
Click on your face and it comes right up.
Okay, cool. There we go. Well, good morning, Alex.
Give that IT guy a raise.
No kidding, man. He is worth his weight in gold.
We did it, Sam. We did it.
Yeah. And, we forgot to go back and turn on the other channels. So I went back in and turned them all on.
Yep, we're good. I checked all the channels, and you, sir, are technology proficient.
Oh, wonderful. All right. So we've got, let's see. Boy, we got a lot of people piling in here, everybody. Welcome. Choose Your Poison is here. Hey, Choose Your Poison. Share Baby said that it's live on Facebook where she's at too. Wonderful. Actually, it's working. What do you know?
It was a permissions issue. So under Restream, Facebook's infinite wisdom, they put Restream underneath business settings for Meta. So it took us a while to find it. Sam's account is not a business account. So how does that make sense? But we found permissions and it's public, and let's rock.
All right. So let me adjust this camera here a little bit. I think, let's see here. Yeah, there we go. All right. I think we're getting there. All right. I think we're centered now. And, well, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Dave, tell me what's going on in your world. What's the weather like over there?
No complaints. We had a little bit of rain this morning, but the sun's out now, and it's going to be in the 30s, I believe, today. But warming up by next week, 70s.
Wow.
The door is 70s. So.
Wow. What about you, Alex?
Almost there.
Dave, I'm going to need you to send some of that rain just a little south, please.
A little dry.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, everybody. So we've got Purple Nightshade is here. Welcome, Purple Nightshade. So let's jump right into it, guys. We're going to do a little recap here. Well, we have another Boeing plane that experienced difficulties over the weekend, an engine catching on fire. And, something Alex, Dave, and I talked about on the last live. Isn't it interesting that President Trump has been talking about Boeing and the problems being over budget, not delivering Air Force One, the new Air Force One. Well, if you look at the old Air Force One or the current Air Force One, and you look at the color scheme on that Air Force One, hey, there we go. We got some glasses now. If you look at the color scheme, what country's flag represents the color scheme on our current Air Force One versus the color scheme on the Air Force One that's coming? Current Air Force One is light blue and white. Whose flag is that? Israel's flag. The new Air Force One, red, white, and blue. Interesting, isn't it?
I think they were saving Israel for last.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that was just they've been highlighting Boeing for some time. They've been highlighting air travel in general for whatever reason. I can't tell you what it is, but I think that other board that we all pay attention to, as you just said, Alex, saving Israel for last. What does that mean in the real world? Well, I think we're about to find out. What do you guys think?
I think truth is stranger than fiction, Sam. So much happening in so many different ways. And I mean, if we jump right into it, I'm getting phone calls from friends that are like, this is BS. I think the whole, group of badass people that he was bringing in, they're not doing anything. They didn't release anything that we didn't already know, blah, 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 blah. And again, that's just an opportunity for us to step in and say, hey, let's look at this from a critical thinking perspective. Yes, you, the person I'm talking to, are aware that things have been pretty messed up for quite a while. But how many people out there have just started to dip their toe into the water of waste, fraud, abuse, conspiracies that we're all out of now because they've all been proven to be true? My nephew, who's watching right now, tells all his coworkers that I'm the crazy tinfoil wearing hat old guy that was right.
Very true. I know. I have got, I've been looking for a tinfoil hat to wear on the show. I'm telling you, I'm going to find one and I'm going to start wearing it because I've been wearing it for years.
You just got to get some tinfoil and mold it to your dome, but it has to have at least a 3-inch antenna on top so we can reach the mothership.
Is that what it is? Okay, good.
Yes.
All right, so we've got, let me do some house cleaning here, guys. We have, excuse me, Old School Smooth is here. Blue Eyed Girl's here. One of our subscribers, Donna Parker, 696 is here. We have Donna Parker said, hey, Sam, what is Trump's big news tomorrow night? It's all over Telegram. Well, yeah, there is a heck of a lot coming out. I don't know what to expect other than President Trump somebody drew an analogy to March 4th. Dave, you sent me that text. Why don't you read that text that you sent me?
I did. Let me see here. Tomorrow, I got a little bit of that written down. Tomorrow is March 4th. Initially, it was the first day of federal government's, it's like we've talked, the first day of being the presidential inaugural that started in 1789. And that was also the first day the Confederation Congress chose to hand it over power to the new government in 1788. So there's multiple things that have happened on that date.
Yeah, exactly. Alex, any comment on that? What do you think about March 4th?
Those who know history are the ones that can help the rest of the world understand it. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. It being the original inauguration day for the republic, not the democracy, I find a very interesting day. And, he doesn't do anything without he doesn't make a move. He doesn't say anything without a very thought out plan. And so I do think it's very interesting that I'm gonna do the March 4th thing. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Do we know where he's gonna do it from?
I have not heard. Maybe you guys can look that up while we're on here. Old School Smooth said that same as John's plane. Interesting. Hey, our Jeff Code is here. He sent a heart me. Thanks, Jeff. Janet is here. She sent a heart me and a tiny diny.
Good morning, Janet.
Christy B78, one of our subscribers, is here. Good morning, Christy B. Let's see. So we've got okay, so we've got some trolls in here. I'm gonna skip over those. Janet's here, as I said. Old School Smooth said, I've been enlightening people for a couple people. Well, we're moving towards the constitutional republic that it was originally meant to be. And 1788 was the last republic, according to Old School Smooth. Choose Your Poison said, hey, Sam, I'm also a new subscriber of yours. Does not let you know that I am. No, if for some reason, Choose Your Poison, I don't know why it's not showing up as a subscriber, but I will certainly look into that and find out what the heck's going on. And thank you for the tiny dinies.
Duh, he's addressing Congress, so it'll be addressed as joint session of Congress. So it'll be on the floor.
Okay, great, excellent. Rich said, "Good morning, Rich." Robin Keel's here, one of our subscribers. Good morning, Robin. Rosie, one of our subscribers here, is here, and she said, "Any news on the EBS igniting?" Well, you know, we have to kind of figure out what the plan is, because nobody knows what that plan is at this point. Are we actually going to have an EBS? Well, we could. We may not. I don't know. But is it going to light up? If it is, I would think it would happen fairly soon, but I've thought that in the past as well. So who knows? Hey, Captain Graybeard's here. Hey, Captain. Thank you for the heart me. We have Robin Keel is here, as I said. Rosie. Let's see. So, over on Facebook, we have Kevin Neal saying, calm down, Alex Raymer.
That's my nephew.
Oh, okay.
He's in the living room with my mom.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Hello, nephew. Nice to see you, or nice to get your text. Thank you. So we talked about this issue with the plane. We talked about what's going on, in my opinion, with Air Force One. We've also got a whole lot going on after Zelensky came to the White House.
Oh,
and
man.
He gets booted out. You know, there's a WWE wrestling belt on stage with them.
That's not a WWE.
What
That's
was
WBC. That is a boxing
Oh,
belt.
boxing. Okay.
But Sam, go back to that picture, and we won't get into this on Facebook Live. Maybe we can talk about this or on live. Maybe we talk about this later. But I want you to look at the statue behind that belt. I find it odd.
What is it? Go ahead. Tell me what it is.
No, we won't do it on the app because it'll spark a whole conversation that we'll talk about that offline. If we want to bring it up at a later date, go look at that picture again at the bust that's behind that belt.
Okay. Maybe okay. We'll wait on that then. Dave had it up on his thing for us yesterday to see what it was. But so Pete Hegseth bringing an additional 3,000 active duty troops to the border, and something with a 20-ton armored Stryker. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds serious.
So Strykers are they're not really large armored vehicles, and they're not small armored vehicles. They are quick deployment armored vehicles. Pretty interesting story about those and what they do.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know, but the fact that they're bringing that kind of stuff tells me something, right? Full-blooded.
See that in there, or do I have to change them?
Yeah, you'd have to change it. And again,
Change it, okay.
it brings up
Okay.
Something different, huh?
Full-blooded Patriot said, good afternoon. Hey, full-blooded Patriot. Patricia Trosclair is here, and she's new. Welcome, Patricia. Welcome to the show. So we have a lot of new people piling in on TikTok. So for those of you who are new, if you can tap the screen, that helps our ratings. If you can contribute to our daily goal, that would be great. We have subscriptions now on TikTok. So you can subscribe to the channel. You'll be part of the inner circle. We're going to be doing private lives and a whole bunch of other things. So if you can join, that would be wonderful. Lisa Pritchard is here. We have Bucking Trucker here as well. So again, if you're new to TikTok and this show, hit subscribe or hit follow or both. I do a daily dispatch where we kind of do a news brief 6 days a week, and then we jump on lives. We've been doing it every day, 6 days a week now, and we are live not only on TikTok, but Facebook, X, YouTube, and Rumble. So if you're on one of those other platforms, give us the thumbs up or the positive affirmation button on whatever platform you happen to be on. So Oak Radio said Trump MAGA is working. Yes, it is. Hey, Scotty Too Hottie is here. Good morning, Scotty.
Quite frankly, this news podcast is not tired of winning. We are so not tired of winning. We're going to keep doing it.
Exactly.
1:30 this afternoon. Trump going to announce $100 billion, would it be billion-dollar investment by the Taiwan chip maker.
Oh, well, I know that they've been building fabs here in America fast and furious for the last 4 or 5 years. And to the best of my understanding, it takes somewhere around 4 years to build a fab, doesn't it?
It takes quite a while to put together a factory, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So our Jeffco, one of our subscribers, said, Alex, love the glasses and any update on how your mom is doing. Been praying for her. How sweet.
Thank you. Mom is comfortable and surrounded by family all weekend, and time is the only thing you cannot make more of, ladies and gentlemen. So enjoy what you've got.
Amen. Amen. So we've got some other comments here on Facebook. Oh, we have David Lankin on YouTube. Hey, David, how are you, my brother? I hope all's going well. Christian Bridges is on YouTube as well. Let's see. We have Kevin Neal said, I know what a striker is. I can explain. Interesting.
He contributed to the safety of this wonderful republic by sacrificing his time for the army for 8 years, I believe, 8 or 10. So yeah, he can tell us what strikers are.
Kevin, thank you for your service.
I gave a pretty thank you for your service. A pretty general description of what those are. So they're little badass. Get there, get it done, quick.
Yeah. Choose Your Poison, who's a subscriber, and it doesn't show that Choose Your Poison, but I'll figure it out. She said, is it so Canada is the 51st state? Well, let's get into that a little bit. There was a gentleman that came. What's that, Alex?
I am seeing Sam next to Choose Your Poison. It says Sam with a little gold bar. So that shows that she's a subscriber. So
well, that's really weird because it's not showing it on mine.
Yeah, I do see it. So Choose Your Poison, thank you for subscribing to Sam. Everybody, everything that you can do, tapping the screen, sharing the live. Sam spends the time for hours a day to go through news reports and give us that little daily dispatch so that we all don't have to do it ourselves. And we appreciate Sam for doing so. So anything that you can do to help support Sam by subscribing, you get some additional benefits. Sam's going to be doing some subscription only events and things. So we're still working through the details. Now we got the tech fixed. I'm going to let Sam run the show.
And thank you again, Alex. Boy, I don't know what I'd be without you here. S. Southard said, could this be a huge distraction over the release of the Epstein files? Well, it could be. How many times have they said, look to the left when they're doing something on the right? But again, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out because I, for one, am not sure where they're going with this. But, time will tell.
Can we talk about those files for just a quick
second,
Sam?
Sure.
Because I think I kind of started the show with that. I think there's a lot of two sides to the coin right now. There's people that are, really frustrated that they just released things that, a good portion of us already knew, right? It's older files. It was heavily redacted and it was all these things. But again, they don't do anything without a very specific reason behind doing it. And they didn't bring mainstream media in to release it. They brought in social media influencers and I got the hiccups, damn it, podcasters and people. And if you look at the book that they step outside of the White House and they hold up, very clearly it says phase 1. So we have to be patient. I think that you have to, Sam's talked about it a lot, you have to bring the temperature up slowly because you don't need people bailing ship, right? We got to bring it up slowly and bring people into the know methodically. And it's a drip process. If they just broke the dam and flooded it, I don't think people can handle the truth.
Right. I agree. And I don't think people can handle 10% of the truth, let alone the whole truth. You have to bring that temperature up slowly. And, on an interesting side note, when you said drip, did you know that if you took the Truth Social logo and you turned it 45 degrees, it looks like a faucet dripping? Yes. I find that interesting. I also find it that the form factor of Truth Social lines up almost perfectly with X. Is there going to be a merger or some sort of a takeover there or a meeting of the minds? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but I would not be surprised by it. So Southeast Texas Bell sent a heartbeat. Thank you, Southeast. Dana Mackey's here. Hey, Dina. Tina said, all this winning makes me need an afternoon nap. Well, welcome to the club, Tina. I mean, it's just going to get thicker and thicker. Let's see. Bucking Trucker said, I appreciate your guys' channel. I prefer my facts over disinformation. Well, we do. We do our best to research, to look into stories before I put them on the dispatch. And then our lives go back and dig in a little deeper. The reason I do the dispatch on a short form, 4 to 6 minutes, is I want to give people bullet points. And then we bring these lives on and we talk further about those different things.
Can we talk about something that happened yesterday, Sam, that I absolutely got giddy about?
Yeah, hold on one second. We have Dawn the Third G, who's a subscriber, is here. Good morning, Dawn. We have Susie Kabluzzi here. Hey, Susie. Joey Contino is here. Okay, Alex, go ahead.
Per our wonderful commander-in-chief yesterday on Truth Social, and I'll read it verbatim, and you'll understand why I got giddy. The U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industry after years of corrupt attacks by a certain administration, which has my executive order on digital assets directed the presidential working group to move forward on crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, SOL, and ADA. I will make sure that the U.S. crypto is the U.S. crypto capital of the world. Huge. That's huge.
Okay, so
huge news.
You didn't see the live yesterday. So yesterday, Dave and I talked about this. So that tweet that truth comes out. And within seconds, I sent a message to President Trump and I said, why no Bitcoin, sir? ? And within 5 minutes, now I'm not saying that he's watching anything I'm doing, but within 5 minutes, all of a sudden he comes out, oh, and let's not forget about Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I'm sure there must have been a whole lot of us that said that. And within 5 minutes, he came out. And then
I was about to read the next one, and obviously BTC and ETH are other valuable cryptocurrencies. I bet he got hammered.
I
gotta think so. On
Truth Social, there's 24,000 hearts and 1.91K. That's a lot of messages.
Yeah.
And most of those messages read, what about?
Right. Exactly. And then within 4 hours of those posts, we had $330 billion flow into the crypto market. Significant numbers. Conspiracy theorists said, nothing can stop what is coming. Nothing. I agree. We have, let's see, Jim's Venture sent a heart me and some tiny dinies, and Seth King sent some corn. Thank you so much. Susie Kabluzzi, we've missed you too. Glad you could make it today. Our Jeff Coates sent a tiny tiny. So if you're on TikTok, double tap that screen, share this live out. Let's get a bunch of people piled in here. If you're on X, YouTube, Facebook, or Rumble, give us the thumbs up button. You can also send us messages on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Rumble, and I should be able to see them on our restream. And if you have any questions, just send them in the chat.
Quick survey of our viewing audience. We're 165 people. Just curious for Sam and I, if you are actively involved in looking at crypto or using cryptocurrency, put a 1. If you are not, put a 2. And if you're curious, put a 3. So
There we go.
1 if you're in, 2 if you are not in, don't think it's worth it, and 3 if you're curious.
So we have got Andre, $29.99. I love XRP. Jim's Venture 2. We have, oh gosh, there's a lot of movement. Okay. Sorry, guys. We got Hope 1, Andre 1, Drafter Strike 1, The Man's Voice 1, Apple User 2, Valerie James 2, Robin Keel 2, Patriot Nurse 1, Rick Anderson 1, Jim's Venture 3, Tina 3, Tracy Fagan. Hey, Tracy, number 1, Nezel 1, Share Baby 3, Wendy Carter 3, Pamela 3, Craig Snyder 1, and the list goes on. So anybody on.
That's what I was going to say, Sam.
Go ahead. You
Anybody is interested and doesn't know how to get started, if you go to samshalhoub.com, there is a link, and Sam will teach you how to get started in Bitcoin. That's really the easiest, quickest understanding of how to get in, how to do it. And I'll share this. My personal opinion, not investment advice. This is just my experience. I owned a data center in the Midwest, and we were one of the first that allowed Bitcoin miners, people, to bring their machines into our data center because we had internet, we had electricity, and we had cooling, right? The 3 most important things you need for a computer to run. And so I have been in this space for a very long time. It is a set it and forget it, in my opinion, and how I choose to do it. If it's $5 a paycheck, it doesn't matter. But taking just a little bit and putting it in over time. If you think about this, back in 2013, everybody lost their mind when Bitcoin hit $100, right? Oh, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Folks, it's broken $100,000. Back at that time, if you'd have put $100 in 2013, that $100 would be worth $100,000 in current markets. I think it's sitting at 97 or something today. I haven't looked. But you start to understand, over a 10-year period, what that money did for you. And it's outperforming any other thing that you could have possibly, maybe real estate, but that bubble's going to pop. That's a whole nother conversation. So if you're interested, Sam can help you. There are multiple ways, but Sam really helps people that put the 3s in. Those of you that put the 1, you understand. But I'd be interested for the opinions of those that put the 2s in. Why is it that you believe that it's a nothing burger, it's not worth it? Is it because you don't understand it? Because of what you've been told, that only, bad people use it and it's used for nefarious things? I would be interested into why people put a 2. But Sam, back to you, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. So there's a lot of people asking, Pamela said, is it safe? Well, Pamela, yes, I believe it is. This is not financial advice, but I think it is safe. You wouldn't have President Trump coming out and saying, don't sell your Bitcoin unless there's a good reason behind it. But again, being safe means that you do it the proper way. And that's why I launched what I did with Bitcoin probably a year ago. And I can't tell you how many dozens of people I've done this with, probably in the hundreds now. But again, go to samshalhoub.com, book an appointment with me, and I'll walk you through the process. So we had another interesting development over the weekend. Washington Post lost a whole lot more subscribers again. And what was it that Jeff Bezos came out and he said he's going to focus on personal liberty? And what was the other point? I can't remember. Free enterprise or something?
Go woke, go broke.
What's that?
Go woke, go broke.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, not only Bezos, but Apple and so many of the large corporations. I mean, Apple's going to put $500 billion into the U.S. economy. somewhere around 20,000 jobs. You have the Japanese government committing to $200 billion in investment. You have everybody that has any type of direction moving their money into America. And there's a reason for it. And that reason is we now have a commander in chief and a president who is America first. What do you guys think?
100% agree.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, the most prosperous. Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say tomorrow they're also going to be putting the 25% on Canada and Mexico on March 4th. So that's ironic timing too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I've had a lot of friends call me, personal friends saying, oh my gosh, these tariffs are going to crush the economy. Well, it may be a little painful in the beginning, but sometimes you got to experience the pain to get to the reward. And now I'm not pretending to know how it's all going to play out, but I think in the long term, we're looking at a very prosperous and robust economy here in America, and that will trickle down to the rest of the world. As soon as we get this Ukraine thing straightened out, which I saw some statistics, the $35 million home in Florida Zelensky has, $1.2 billion in overseas bank accounts, 15 homes, 3 private planes, and a monthly income of $11 million per month. And there are people in our country saying, back Ukraine? What are they thinking?
You wonder why he's in the Oval Office crying, give me more money, because the piggy bank's dried up, dude.
Exactly. It's just mind-blowing. Again, I live here in the heart of the beast, in the belly of the beast in Los Angeles, and there are so many uninformed liberal minds. they parrot whatever they hear on mainstream media. And so you have what I would consider to be traitors in Congress holding up Ukraine flags in our Congress and not being prosecuted for that. Well, things have to change, and I think we're well on our way to those things changing. What do you guys think?
100% agree. 100% agree. The most prosperous that this country has ever been, the Industrial Revolution, if you go back to the beginning of that, we were a constitutional republic. They just ended the second version of a centralized currency and centralized banking system, and we were a tariff-backed country. And I mean, wow, we're a month in.
Right.
We're a month in.
Right.
What? Give it 6 months, folks. Give it, even if you're skeptical, let's see in 365 days what wheels are really cooking along. I think that he has put the train on the track. He has shoveled in some coal, and that train is just now starting to make its momentum move. But once it gets going, you won't be able to stop it. I mean, it's going to be incredible. It really is.
Right. And that was a perfect segue into what I'm bringing up next. The House GOP just passed, and it was very low key. Not a lot of people covered it, but they just passed a new resolution, a spending bill that includes over $2 trillion in spending cuts, $4.5 trillion in tax cuts, and it includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. Promises made and promises kept.
Yeah, the frustrating thing is people are worried about how Trump and J.D. Vance treated Zelensky in the Oval Office. We've got all that other stuff, and they're worried about that.
Well, the Zelensky thing. Let's talk about that. In my humble opinion, he showed his true colors. All he wants is to keep the war machine going because he's making $11 million a month.
Right.
Folks, hello? President Trump donates his salary. He doesn't take a dime for being our president.
Right.
Think about that.
And that's what, only $450,000, correct, for the year?
Only.
For the year.
Only.
Yeah. Well, compared to Zelensky.
I mean, how much is a new tractor, Dave? How much is a brand new tractor from John Deere for you to be able to do what you do?
600,000 to 800,000, and some are over $1 million if you go big.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have Pamela05 said, I want to. Just go to my website, samshalhoub.com, Pamela, book an appointment, and I'll walk you through the process. So here's an interesting comment that we had. And there's a gentleman talking about, let me see if I can find it here. Bucking Trucker said, what are some good platforms to begin with for Bitcoin? Again, Bucking, there's a lot of different ways to go about it. Book an appointment and I'll be happy to walk you through it. We have somebody that said it was something about the Three Gorges Dam and the supercomputers that are running Bitcoin mining operations there. Now, I think we have, one of the benefits of Bitcoin is it's decentralized, meaning that there's not one person, company, or country that controls it. And then you have a distributed ledger where there are satellite computers, for lack of a better term, that are verifying each block. Those computers can be located anywhere in the world. And Alex, if you want to expand upon that a little bit more, would you?
Well, sure. Here's the easiest way to explain it, folks. If I have a $10 bill and I walk into my bank, we'll go back to the old days, right? The banker would take that $10, would get out his ledger book, and he would write Alex, and he would put $10 deposited, and that ledger for that bank was the record, okay, of transactions, deposits, and withdrawals. So what you're looking at in a crypto environment is you have a blockchain, which is encrypted communication, okay, meaning that nobody can hack it, nobody can read it, nobody can mess with it, they can't alter it. It's non-fungible. You can't alter that record once it's written to that ledger, versus a bank ledger where a guy at a computer can sit down today and create $100 million by typing some keys, or they can move money from one place to the other by typing some keys. You can't do that on the blockchain without having a non-editable record. So when I put $10 into blockchain, I can follow that. I can pull it up and I can see when it went in, where it went, where it was moved, when it was moved, which wallet, which bank, which whatever. So that's how it works versus the system that we have today where you can sit down and you can generate billions of dollars by punching some keys. That ledger for blockchain is a distributed ledger. So any of you probably heard the term miners, the computers that are crunching the math, okay, and doing the encryption of that ledger are called miners. They get a small fraction of a coin for crunching that math. But those computers are distributed around the world. And so the way Bitcoin in particular works, I deposit $10, it has to go out and authenticate across a certain number of those computers before it's validated. So that stops the corruption, because if it goes out and it only authenticates in one place instead of all the places, then it's somebody trying to manipulate the system. If several of them go out, they crunch, they say, yep, this is actually $10 from Alex, put it on the ledger. Then it is confirmed and it's on the blockchain, traceable, non-editable, and that's how the blockchain works. And I think as we move forward through time, blockchain, Web3, some of the technologies that are coming along, imagine the day where when you buy a house, Sam and I decide, Sam has a house for sale, I want to buy it. We put the contract on the blockchain, we put the payments on the blockchain, we put the accounts on the blockchain, and it's a done deal. There's no need for title insurance because nobody can edit it. Nobody can mess with it. Nobody can audit it. They can audit it, but they can't alter it. So that cuts out a lot of people. So when you're cutting out the middleman that can sit down at a keyboard and create millions of dollars just by punching some keys, you start to understand why a narrative might be created to say, oh, that's bad. Only bad people use it. Well, because the bad people don't want you using it. Right. That's my summation.
Exactly. And I agree with 100%. So we have, hey, Laugh Tarina's here. Hey, Linda, how are you? Glad you could make it. So again, we have historic lows now in the border crossings. Promises made, promises kept. I don't see how the left can argue these are facts. These are things that are obvious and easily seen by everyone. Yet you have people that are so filled with Trump derangement syndrome that they can't see the truth right in front of their eyes. And I just find that very interesting. And then over the weekend, we have 3 private planes coming out over Mar-a-Lago. 3 private planes that they dispatched F-16s from NORAD to veer those planes off course. Is there still some fight left in the deep state? Well, it could very well be. And that's why I'm always been a proponent of making sure that you keep your head on a swivel, because we don't know, as Alex has said many times. What's the dog quote, Alex?
I'm not scared of a mean dog, but I am petrified of a frightened dog, because you cannot predict what a scared dog is going to do. With that said, gentlemen, hey, much love and appreciation. The nurse and some of the social working staff is here to see Mom. So I'm going to go take care of her.
Okay.
I hope everybody has a blessed day. Time is the one thing you cannot create more of, so spend it wisely. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Alex. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. Dave, have a great day, brother.
You too. Thank you.
So, David, we had President Trump demanded a public apology from Zelensky, and then right after that, there's so many people in Europe that are standing with the U.S. and not standing with Zelensky. I think a lot of this was just kayfabe. It was just theater to let people know where Zelensky stands. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's announced that he's ready to move forward with the minerals.
Yeah.
And don't be surprised if Trump gets more than what he was asking for before.
Right. Exactly. So Rhonda just sent Heart Me and a team bracelet. Thank you, Rhonda. So again, if you're on TikTok, double tap that screen, share this live out. If you can contribute to our Tiny Diny daily goal, that would be great. And also, we do have subscriptions available on TikTok now. So join the fun, be part of the inner circle. We'd love to have you. If you're on X, YouTube, Facebook, or Rumble, give us the positive affirmation button. That would be appreciated as well. Nanner's here. Hey, Nanner, welcome. Hi, Laughterina. So, Valerie Morse Jenkins said, so did the UK sign a mineral 3 days prior to Zelensky coming to the USA? There's a lot of talk about that. I don't think much of what we're seeing is new information. I think most of this has already been negotiated. I think most of it is already done, and that it's being rolled out to the public slowly. Because of the level of cognitive dissonance, we have to roll this out slowly. People that have not been up on these types of events or these things that are going on, there's a large section of the population that just doesn't get it yet. I mean, they will, but you got to roll it out slowly. So we have a whole bunch of people saying goodbye to Alex. Thank you, everybody. Choose Your Poison just sent a whole bunch of tiny dinies. Thank you. Our Jeff Coat sent a tiny diny. Susie Kabloozy sent a rose and a whole bunch of tiny dinies. Thank you, Susie. Patriot Nurse 75 said, the art of the deal. Absolutely. And, you know, it's something that President Trump used to do when he was building, building buildings in New York, is if he had his eye on an entire block, as soon as one person realized that it was President Trump buying it, prices went up. So what he would do is he would create multiple corporations to buy those properties individually so that nobody knew it was him buying those properties. And then he could get the whole block at a decent deal and not have to pay exorbitant prices. I think that's partly what he's doing here. What he's doing is he's slowly rolling things out that have already been negotiated, probably, if not months, years ago, and rolling it out in such a way where people can assimilate it. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. It was interesting. Charlie Kirk came out with his approval rating numbers by age. 65 plus age, 45% approval. 40 to 64 age, 46 approval. 18 to 38, 39, 60% approval. Which, that's unbelievable that the youth are following Trump that much.
Staggering,
surprised me with those numbers.
Staggering numbers, and it's not surprising to me. I mean,
no, not really.
He's thinking logically. He's doing things that are benefiting America, as any president should. So Choose Your Poison just sent some more gifts. So did Pamela 05. Thanks, Pamela. Thank you, Choose Your Poison. Patty in Minnesota said she's proud of my president. So am I. Kimberly Cook said, is President Trump speaking today? No, Kimberly, he's speaking tomorrow. Now, I'm not exactly sure what time, Dave. Can you look that up right quick?
Yes, I think it was 7 p.m. Eastern, but I'll double check that.
Okay, thank you. Robin Keel just sent a whole bunch of tiny dinies. Thank you so much, Robin. If you're on TikTok, double tap that screen, share this live out. If you can contribute to our daily, or I should say our tiny diny daily goal, that would be wonderful. And don't forget about our subscriptions. YouTube, Facebook, X, and Rumble. Please give us the thumbs up or the positive affirmation button. It's appreciated. Deb M just sent some tiny dinies.
9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central.
That's tomorrow.
The start.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, I don't know about you, but maybe we should do a simulcast. What do you think?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay. That's going to be kind of late for you, but it's late for me. But, you know, let's.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Okay, good. All right.
It's good. I'll be up watching it anyway.
Okay, good. Deb M just sent some tiny dinies. Choose Your Poison just sent a whole bunch of tiny dinies. Susie Kabloozy just sent a whole bunch of tiny dinies. Share Baby, one of our subscribers, said 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's past my bedtime. Well, Share Baby, you might have to stay up. If I can stay up, you can stay up. Anyway, we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, we'll probably do a simulcast. Now, did you see the news from the general on X that Guantanamo Bay has expanded massively with over 175 new structures just since the time President Trump has been in office? I mean, $100 million was spent in his first term to expand Gitmo. Sure looks to me like they're making a lot of extra room for what I think is probably not just illegal immigrants, but other portions of our government. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, there is enough countries that are taking back their immigrants. There doesn't need to be a layover in Guantanamo.
Unless
so
it's there.
Another reason, folks.
Yeah, unless it's there for another reason.
Opinion.
Exactly. And then another bullet point from this morning's dispatch. China discovered a, quote, limitless energy source that could power the country for 60,000 years, according to geologists in Beijing. Now, I personally have done quite a bit of research on anti-rabidic technology. I've also done quite a bit of research on zero-point energy, Tesla energy. I am convinced that we are moving towards a new form of energy, maybe cold fusion. But once that happens, then electric vehicles would make sense. What do you think, Dave?
Yep. I've done some research also on free energy and what the Earth offers. It's not in solar and it's not in wind as much as what
Yeah, of course.
A lot of stuff out there, a lot of rabbit holes to chase. There's no doubt about that.
Right. Patriot Nurse 75 says have to have an international court. Well, I think it's already happening, Patriot Nurse. Conspiracy theorist said entertainment industry in Gitmo. Yeah, I would not be surprised. I mean, I was hoping yesterday that there would have been some sort of a major thing happen at the awards. I didn't watch them, but I saw some clips. But I did see Robert De Niro come out and said, F Trump. I mean, and everybody stood up and clapped. That just tells me Hollywood's done. They are done.
Yeah.
I don't see them making it. They're not going to get past this. Share Baby 29, a subscriber said, hope it's soon. I'm exhausted and always. Well, Share Baby, hang in there. I know it's been a long fight, but if you look at it from a much longer perspective, as opposed to the last 4 or 5 years, look at it in the last 4 or 5 decades, we have come light years from where we were before. So hang in there. It's getting better. Susie Kabloozy said, Sam, I like Camp Justice better for the name of Gitmo. Yeah, I like that too, Susie. That's pretty cool. Our Jeff Coat just sent some gifts. Thank you so much, our Jeff Coat. The Metal Whisperer said, could you see Nancy in a Gitmo tent? Yeah, I could. In fact, who knows? Maybe something like that's already happened. Time will tell for sure. Christine A said, I'm ready to see the hand There we go. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. That should not have happened, but oh well. Valerie James said Nancy's going to look good in orange. Yeah, isn't that the truth? She is going to look good in orange. Dark Horse said, oh, Dark Horse is here. Said, I can't wait for tomorrow night. Orange is the new black. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Well, we're moving in the right way, guys, in the right direction. That's for sure. So let's see. Last couple of recaps here. Oh, so this would be a good one to end it on, Dave. Yesterday, Ian Jager on X came out and said that DOJ is going to release their initial findings within the Department of Defense today. Time for the corruption to be exposed. That's going to be huge, I think. I think we're looking at trillions of dollars that they probably don't have any idea actually where it went. But what is your thoughts on it, Dave?
Yeah, how many years have we been talking about? I think it's been 7 checks on the Pentagon that they didn't pass the sniff test, did they, on that?
Yeah. Now, so we've got the DOD, we got the Pentagon, the Treasury, the Federal Reserve, the Social Security. I mean, they've already outlined that. I think it was, I don't know how many millions of people over the age of 100 were getting Social Security benefits. How does that happen in a, quote, transparent government? It doesn't. And what Alex was talking about with the blockchain, I think that we're going to be seeing some significant exposure there. Now, whether that's going to be tomorrow, a week from now or 6 months from now, I couldn't tell you, but I got to think it's coming. I have to think it's going to come soon. Solomon's Light said it's time for accountability. Yes, well, it's happening. Deb M sent Tiny Dinies. Pamela 05 sent Tiny Dinies. Thanks, you guys. It's appreciated. Pamela 05 said retirees need Doge dividends too. Well, and Pamela, that's what's going on. The Sovereign Wealth Fund, in my opinion, is going to be putting dollars back into the pockets of American citizens. It's going to probably comprise industries that are here in America, manufacturing industries. It's probably going to comprise of the crypto market, maybe Bitcoin, probably Bitcoin, and some others. But I think we're looking at something very similar to what United Arab Emirates does, to what Kuwait does with their citizens. They take a percentage of all the profits coming from the manufacturing from that country. They put it into a sovereign wealth fund, and then disperse those payments to the American or to the population. And I think that's partly what we're seeing happen here. And I think it's happening a lot faster than I expected it to. So I would be encouraged. We're moving in the right direction. Lots of good things are happening. And I think we'll be seeing a whole lot more optically as we move forward. What do you think, Dave?
Oh, absolutely. It's frustrating for me. The Epstein lists. Go to Fort Knox. Why can't it be great? Live goal achieved.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, everybody.
Our Jeffco did it. No, it's like, okay, I'll get on a plane and go to Fort Knox. Let's get this moving. But it's stepping stones, and that's what you got to keep remembering. As frustrating it is. Remember the last administration? We've seen nothing move for 4 years.
Right.
We're moving so fast these first 40 days. It's unbelievable.
Very true. Absolutely very true. All right. So like Dave just said, we reached our daily goal. Thank you so much. We've gone through the recap of the Daily Dispatch. If you're on TikTok, you can subscribe to this channel now. There's 2 different ways to do it. We're going to be doing private lives, and you can come on the screen with us. Lots of different things. So check out the subscriptions. Dave, final thoughts for today?
Just excited for this whole week. I'd like to do every Monday. I'd like to have everybody pick one bingo chip on what they think's going to happen this week. That would be a great way to do it.
I would think
we see what happens, because that's what I wait for.
I think we're going to need more than just one chip, right?
You ain't kidding.
Oh boy, isn't that the truth? All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today on X, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and TikTok. We are going to be going live tomorrow morning. And I think we're going to be doing a simulcast during President Trump's speech. So if you're able to join us on any of these platforms, we'd love to have you here. And in the meantime, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. keep your head up, keep your head on a swivel, and keep your anticipations in check. You know, protect your mind and control your emotions. I think those are words of wisdom that we can all use as we go forward. But anyway, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for being here, and we will talk again soon. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks, everybody.